Every son carries the hope and dreams of his father. I've had the good fortune of knowing Russell since he was 13 years old. To fully understand Russell Wilson, the person, you must first have an understanding of his father, Harrison Wilson, the man who set the path that has led Russell to this moment in his life. Harrison didn't live to see this day, but he will be at Russell's side nonetheless, carried here by the love, devotion, and respect of his son.
So here we are, New York City. Has it sunk in that in your second year, you've helped lead your team to the Super Bowl?
Well, it's pretty miraculous, to be honest with you. You know me, coming from Richmond, Virginia, right. I had this fire, I had this dream, I had this passion to play the game of football, and I was a 5'11" quarterback, and I just needed somebody to give me a chance.
Wanna win this, now that I'm alive.
It's pretty surreal just to think about how, you know, I had Peyton Manning coaching me up, you know, and I was in 10th grade at his passing academy. I just remember that moment of meeting him and that moment of being around him. Funny thing is, during the draft process, I go to Denver. They're showing me around. They're taking me through the locker room, and Peyton's just sitting in there in the locker going through plays. He said, "Did I know you from somewhere before? I feel like I've seen you."
You look familiar.
And I was like, to be honest with you, Peyton, I actually went to your camp when I was in 10th grade. And he started laughing, and we just had a good old time.
Carroll calls timeout with 1 second remaining.
4th and 7, you and Peter saying what? Take me through the play.
You want to talk about it first, think about it.
Well, we're trying to figure out if we're going to kick the field goal or not.
7 from the 35.
Coach, we got to go for it. And Coach kind of wanted to go for it, too. You know, Coach Carroll is. And sure enough, we were able to throw a deep ball to Jermaine Kearse. That's one of the plays of the year. You know, think about it.
I got news for you. If you pull this Super Bowl off, it's not only the play of the year, that play, 4th and 7, will end up being Seattle's version of the catch.
Oh, my goodness!
As the game's winding down in the NFC Championship game, and you realize that I am, in fact, going to the Super Bowl, I'm sure you took a second to think about your dad.
Oh, definitely, man. I think about him all the time. I actually write something on my wrist. Like that game, I wrote down Dad. That way, I always think about him when I'm playing, all the things that he's taught me.
My boys have told me that on a number of occasions during the course of a game when it's tough, they've heard my voice. Do you ever hear your dad's voice when you're playing?
The one thing I'll never forget, I was 14 years old, and we're coming back from Virginia Beach, and he said, "Russ, there's a king in every crowd." And he used to always tell me these nuggets and these things that, you know, have stuck with me today, but he said, "There's a king in every crowd." And I'm like, "Dad, what does that mean?" You know, I had no idea. You know, what does that mean? When I took that knee to go to the Super Bowl, I'm thinking, all the things that he did for me are why I'm here right now. I believe that he's gonna be at MetLife Stadium, sitting there, 50-yard line, best seat in the house, a huge smile on his face.
He would really enjoy this moment. He'd be very proud of you. I know I am.
He's my king in my crowd. He's gonna be sitting right there, man, watching it. Hopefully we pull it out.
Good luck, partner.
Thanks, man.